Oi punters, I know that you know you're getting scammed, but in this video, I'm going to tell you who to blame. You might have already seen this video that I posted to my Instagram and TikTok, got millions of views. It's about how much Aussies are not getting for their gas that they're exporting, while Qatar, they are getting literal billions more than we're getting. We export more gas than them. Anyway, if you've seen this video, skip it. I'll explain a bit more after the video.
Boy, how much tax are you paying?
Do I have to pay income tax? How much is it?
How much?
Zero.
Nothing.
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 Property tax?
Zero.
Oh.
Inheritance tax?
Nothing.
What if I'm running a business?
No tax at all.
Okay. And you also get free healthcare, free education, and heavily subsidized housing.
Yup, you don't need to pay a single thing.
Fine. How? Like, how?
Qatar is the world's largest supplier of liquefied gas.
So all we need is gas.
So in 2020, I think, that was the article I was taken from, Australia became the world's largest exporter of natural gas. Since then, the USA has overtaken us. I don't know if we've overtaken them, but we're at the top and we're still beating Qatar. So it's still true.
You never go. We have gas. No,
That's
like,
2020.
More than you.
Come on, guys.
But even though we export a lot more gas than Qatar, Qatar collects 20 times more
20.
tax on gas than we do.
20
Punter's awesome,
times.
isn't it?
How much money from gas did Qatar get? 76 billion? So how much did we get? 2 billion.
Joke.
What the
So here's the graph I showed you last week, right? We've got gas exports since 2016 going through the roof, quadrupling. That's when we overtook Qatar. And then at the exact same time, we've got government revenue dropping through the floor from the resources, from corporate taxes, and from royalties, right? Every facet of money coming from this sector drops through the floor. It's almost as if it's deliberate. Who would be doing such a thing? Let me introduce you to the person you can probably blame for this entire debacle, although there's plenty of blame to go around. This is the one I reckon you should blame. His name is Martin Ferguson. Get a good look at him right there. Who is this bloke? Well, this bloke was the resources minister for the Labor Party around that time. Fancy that. And he actually oversaw a number of legislative changes which allowed gas extractors to avoid taxes before he retired from politics. So this is the bloke that made major changes to, I think, what's called the PRRT, right? This is our royalty / tax we're supposed to be getting from gas companies, which turns out to be a big scam. We're getting nothing from it. It's, in fact, bringing in nothing. It's essentially pointless. By the way, fact checks welcome. Citations necessary in the comments below. If you think I'm getting anything wrong, I'm just Googling stuff here. So correct me in the comments below. Love to see it. And so he made these massive changes and set the rules of the game for an entire industry that has since exploded. And where did he go to work when he finished being a resources minister? Well, Martin Ferguson took up a position as a non-executive director of British Gas. So here's the bloke that made the rules of the game going just weeks. Look at that. Weeks after, walks out the door onto the golden escalator and up he goes to get $1 million paying job at a gas company that he regulated and made the rules for. I wonder why he got that job. Was he the best person for it? Or was it a bit of reciprocity? So this is how you can have such gross graphs like this. Gas going up, revenue for we the punters going down. It's because it seems to be designed that way. Because politicians, like our good friend here, Martin Ferguson, when he was in that job, geez, I'm just going to guess at what his motives were. Can't know for sure. But politicians seem to have one eye out the door looking to where they're going next. And if he makes favorable policy for the industry that he is in charge of regulating, he makes the rules, he passes the bills, he drafts them. And if he does a good job, where does he get to work? Well, turns out British Gas. He's not alone, because this is a rite of passage for resources minister. It's an absolute joke. So the one that was just before him, Liberal, plenty of blame to go around. Look at this bloke, Ian McFarlane, right? Same deal. Where did Ian McFarlane end up weeks or months after he finished his job? meant to be serving we the punters. Well, he went to work for Chief Executive of Queensland Resources Council. 4 months! 4 months after leaving. Good on you, mate. And what, I mean, geez, it sounds responsible. Maybe he's working for the council, or the Resources Council, like Brisbane City Council. No. It goes by another name you might be more familiar with. It's called a Queensland mining lobby group. He's since retired. Congrats, mate, on your millions, and thanks for screwing us. So that's another bloke that's done it. Guess what? He's not alone. Let's get some updated politicians. Who also is leaving politics to make millions in the lobbying sector? Oh, would you look at that? It's ex-Premier of Western Australia. He's got a few different lobbying jobs. He's a bit of a busy boy, isn't he? He's got one with this bloke, who you might recognise, old treasurer for the Liberal Party. He left and went and became a lobbyist. Good on you, mate, making millions on our behalf. Great stuff. Bono Partners, so that's with Joe Hockey. And then he also is working with MinRes, Minerals Resources. That's a mining lobby group. And then he's also confirmed that he's taken up a role at BHP Mining. Bloody hell. His pay packet has got to be looking pretty good, on top of what I hear is also a good government pension after leaving office. So I thought politicians did all right. They're getting like $200,000 to $400,000 a year. That ain't bad. But even when they're in these well-paying jobs that are well above what us average Aussie punters are earning, he is just raking it in when it comes to, they just leave to go get jobs where they actually just rake it in. So what a bloody joke. ScoMo, where did he end up? Some weapons manufacturer that has tenuous links to the AUKUS deal that he put through. I mean, it really looks very quid pro quo. How is this legal? It's just legalized corruption. You can't call it corruption because it's legal, I guess. But bloody hell, to the average punter, it does not pass the pub test. What a freaking joke. Oh, and Julie Bishop, also ex-Liberal minister, working at MinRes as well with Marky McGowan. I'm sure they just hang out all the time and count their heaps of money that they get for selling us out. So here's another little lovely map here to just show how disgusting all these links are. Here's those two blokes, and here's people that used to work for them as well. And here's their connections to all the... So in orange is the politicians. In green is the people that used to work directly for or connected to these politicians. And the purple is all these gas companies and oil companies. Shell, Santos, Queensland Gas, Caltex, Woodside. All these people that are getting away with paying bugger all corporate tax, getting our resources for also bugger all, and just getting away with whatever damage they do to the environment. I guess we'll pick up the tab. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of that for you. And the author of this article, whose name is Adam Lucas, lecturer at Wollongong University, he calls this the golden escalator. So I suppose, so the revolving door is obviously where politicians go from being in public service and then going into lobbying and then back out, just circling through. That's how we get laws that are not for us, it's for them. For the billion-dollar corporations. But the golden escalator is the one where you go and get a nice job at the government, work your way up, and then you know where your next step is. Your next step is for the $1 million pay packet out the other side. So once again, you're making laws, but you've got one eye just looking at that $1 million salary you're going to get when you leave public service. So punters, just remember, when the government tells you we can't afford things, we can't afford to fund hospitals and schools, and I know your GP wait list is so long and bulk billing's down. Oh, we just don't have the money now. We've got to be really frugal. We can't afford it. Just remember, Qatar got $76 billion in 1 year, and we export more gas than them. So we damn well can afford literally everything we've come to expect from one of the wealthiest countries in the world. We can invest in the population. We can invest in educating our population, so once we stop digging stuff, we can have a smart population to compete on a global stage. We can bloody do that. But it's just thanks to, it's just thanks to blokes like Martin Ferguson. Let's get a little look-see here. Let's get his mug up there again. So it's just thanks to blokes like him that gas companies are literally stealing billions of dollars of your wealth, of my wealth, and getting away with it. So thanks for watching. Massive thanks to the Punters over on Patreon. If you want to support the show, head over and join We the Punters over there. Like, subscribe, and share. Punters, the only reason people see these videos is because punters like you share them. So cheers, punts. Catch you in the next video.